today's topic is very simple. It's an introduction to English poem. It is geared towards students from mainland China, from Chinese backgrounds, who would have a lot of preset ideas about what poems should be. You have to drop those preset ideas and you have to come to look at English poems from a brand new point of view. And then we'll start to talk about the speakers of poem, which I used in my discussion and I didn't explain it. Speakers of poem, situation, language, forms, sound of poems. And you have to read a lot of poems to appreciate all these different aspects of poem. All right. A poem is a movie, definitely, isn't it? So when you read a poem, and then you will be moved from the present day reality into a different world, and in that world you will experience things that you do not normally experience, or you will experience your old time, right? And Tang Dynasty poems, Chinese Tang Dynasty poems, Tang Shi, they are very good at doing this, right? 千里江陵一日还，两岸猿声啼不住，轻舟已过万重山. So that's a poem, and it's a movie too. Didn't you see the movie? We all see the same movie. That's how powerful Chinese poems are, Tang Dynasty poems are, and English poems can be like that too. Look at this poem written by Robert Frost, my favorite poet. The title of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near. Between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So when you read the poem, you will be with the poet on top of a little hill, looking down at a village in the evening, and there is snow in the evening. You're all alone with your horse, and then the sound that you can hear are the sound of wind, the sound of the bell on the horse, and maybe the sound of the snow. And you're looking down into the village, and you know there's one friend there, and you don't want to disturb him. You want to move on because you have your business to do. You have your promises to keep. So you move on and listen to the last two lines. It says, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Don't you see a man started his horse, the bells ringing, wind blowing, and he moves on in the snow in the evening to keep his promise. So I love this poem, and it's a movie.